Hello everyone, I'm Christina Marie. This is Chrysalis Creations. Thank you for coming to my channel. If you're not already, please subscribe, like, share, comment below. I am about to go deep with you. And the reason that I can is because I've learned to let it go. And I have learned not just let it go and say it and, it still bother me, but be able to smile at it, and in a way be thankful for it. Forgiveness, even if it's just forgiving yourself, is the key to any self-help, any self-healing, and happiness, complete happiness. People look at me and my partner, whether it's in public or on pictures, what have you, and they're like, wow, the way to look at each other, it's beautiful, it's magical. How do I find something like that? How do I find that kind of happiness? It wasn't easy, is my answer. Some people are lucky like that. Some people can just walk into a building and your Prince Charming just falls in your lap. Or a princess, whatever. That wasn't my case. That wasn't my case at all. I grew up being in kindergarten, going to school with makeup to cover up bruises. That, to me, was love. And it's okay, Mom, I forgive you. I grew up seeing love as name calling, being shoved around, being bullied. That was love. To me, love looked like a horror movie. So that's what I started attracting. And it makes me mad. It makes me really mad to hear people talk about someone. They'll be like, oh, so-and-so got back with so-and-so even though they beat them up and they must really like it. It irritates me because I was with so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so, and they all beat the crap out of me, and it damn sure wasn't because I liked it. It's because I felt comfortable. It's what I was used to. That, to me, was what I grew up seeing love was. It became acceptable more than it was, because I enjoyed it. It's how I loved myself. I am covered in scars from how I loved myself. I didn't know how to take compliments. I didn't know how to be kind. I didn't know the first thing about what love was or how to even express it. Having kids, I have 2 daughters, one of which I haven't seen since she was 5. She'll be 11 in October. Granted, now here lately, I get to video chat with her, so at least I can say I'm watching her grow. But it's hard. It's extremely hard. My 7-year-old I learn more from her every day than I think she does for me. And I homeschool her. It was so hard because anybody who was raised the way I was knows the fear of becoming your parents. Not so much in a funny way, oh, you're becoming your dad. No, a actual fear. I was so scared of being my mom that I started becoming my mom. It wasn't until I stopped and started becoming the mom that I wanted to be, the mom I would be happy to have, that I started progressing to be better. And she did the best she could. I love her to death. She's my mom. But it's taught me so much. But it was hard. I had to want to change. I had to want to go deep in all those repressed emotions and feelings and images and things that haunted me. Night terrors, night sweats, the boogeyman, which in my wild world was real. I had to address. I had to stop the voices and be like, you know what, you can't hurt me. It took me listening to my daughter be quiet and be silent, because that's what her father wanted. Her father was very violent. My first husband was very violent. All the men I have attracted, except for the one that I'm with now, have been that way. And I forgive them. They were only doing the best that they could. All of them were going through their own demons. And sometimes they get the best of us, especially when we try to drown them out with drugs or alcohol. And I was no different. I was very much an addict. I would do anything you put in front of me just so I wouldn't feel. I would pick a fight with anybody just so I could make you feel what I feel. Because that's what I grew up seeing. That's how I grew up watching problems be handled. That's what I thought being an adult was. But it's not. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth. We listen more and talk less. And I know if anybody were to see my birth chart, I have Capricorn in there 5 times. So this is very much at home for me. But you do or you don't. There is no try. Because what you think you are and what you think you're not are both going to be right. You are only as good as you limit yourself. There is no failure. There's only growth. And it starts with yourself. And it's a very traumatizing experience. I was in anger management in high school because that was how I dealt with my problems. But now, I make it beautiful. And the more I love my problems and the more I love my past instead of trying to run from it, the better my future is.